my grades were skyrocketing and my relationship with teachers, and I just see things change because I became one of them, driving to schools and just being in pajamas. Like literally, you might find that everyone's gonna be your friend. Hello and welcome to my channel, guys. My name is Aida, and on my channel I'm talking about life in Germany, my experience in Berlin, traveling in Europe and also around Germany, and giving some tips. In today's video, I want to compare life in Canada and life in Germany. Now let's talk about weather, winters and summers. In Toronto, all the seasons are very represented. So there is a hot summer, there is a cold winter with a couple of weeks of -20 each year. There is a lot of snow. Winters are usually sunny. Fall is very beautiful. It's dry and it's long, sunny. Summer could be very hot. Like, no kidding. Well, generally in northern Canada, of course, the summer is very mild, or even in Vancouver, summer is very mild, and the winter is well mild because of the climate there. But specifically in Toronto, all the seasons are very well represented. So if you like this type of weather, that's definitely for you. Summer in Berlin so far was not as hot as in Toronto, but there were years in Toronto when the summer was not extremely hot there as well, which is, I think, for everyone it's a personal choice. Winter in Berlin is almost without snow. There will be somewhere at the end of the winter some snow around. The other time it will just melt very fast. So if you like to go out and be in snow, like you know, till your knees, and make snowmen jump in the snow, so you won't find this even in the north of Germany, even in Berlin. Most of the people say that it's rainy, it's kind of gray. I don't find it. I see a lot of sunny days. Maybe it's my perception. When you're in the harmony with yourself and with the world, each weather will be so beautiful for you. Maybe it's too cold to be outside for a long time, or it's too hot, but you can work around this. Well, another thing that you should know, that Germany doesn't have a big AC system. So in all buildings and in most of the buildings, air conditioner is not common to have. It could get warm in summer, but I found that also all buildings built in the way that they preserve the coolness, and because of the climate, the nights in Berlin are cooler, which is also kind of a cool point, great point, that during the night the temperature goes down in the summer, and there is a bigger difference between the day temperature and the night temperature. So all the buildings cooling down, and then they preserve this coolness. I found in Toronto, sometimes in summer there will be evening, but it's like +30 still in the summer. In the night you going out and it's hot, but it's dark, which is not like here in Berlin. Once it's night, the weather is cooling down. In south of Germany, in Baden-Württemberg, in Munich, the weather even more warm. In winter, some people don't even wear the winter boots. They wear just regular shoes. so no need for warm jackets. So it's for you, decide which weather suits you better. Moving on, our next point is dressing culture. As you know, dressing culture in Europe has a little bit more style than in North America. For someone it suits you better, for someone it would not be necessary, and someone would feel more comfortable to wearing the same clothing as everyone else and not really thinking how to dress up. Personally, I like that people are taking time to dress up, to create their style. You won't see any grocery walk-ins in pajamas. In Canada, it's more natural in the way that more people have cars. They don't take public transportation, and also there are a lot of grocery stores are inside, have connection with their condos. For example, I also had connection of my condo to the grocery stores, and that's why people are just like almost walking from the house, not going outside, going to the grocery stores, or jumping in their cars and driving to schools and just being in pajamas, like literally in pajamas. Here's come another point. I found that also, if you're too stylish, the community might not really accepting you. At least it was my experience in the college, and I remember when I was just dressing normally like I always would, people would ask me, are you from the fashion fashion program? And I would even surprised, like I didn't dress any like avant-garde or anything like very unique, just normal, and that could create this barrier between people and you. And I noticed that my grades were skyrocketing, and my relationship with teachers and with the students, with my peers, with everyone in the college were changed since the time I changed my style. I started to wear comfortable shoes, started to wear just some jeans and t-shirts, wearing glasses, not styling hair, and no makeup. And I just see things change because I became one of them. And somehow it was perceived that if you put some time in looking a little bit more, you know, prepared, then you might think only all around, you know, styling and dressing up, and you're not really putting the time into studying, which is not really true. This point goes to Germany. Berlin has its special style because it's a techno capital of the world, so you would see some parts of Berlin, like East Side, Friedrichshain and Kreuzberg, people would dress up more like techno style, which is all black, leather boots, leather jackets, high platform boots. In Canada, in most of the supermarkets, you would see the same clothing, the same parkas. It's a different feeling, and you don't have really to worry what you're gonna dress. It's a different approach and different value. Now let's talk about making friends and friendships. Canadians are very friendly and open-minded. You might find that everyone's gonna be your friend, but you know that it's all like culture and manners. It's not necessarily what people think and feel about you. But also I found that despite that Canada and Toronto is so multicultural, so diverse, but each culture stay separately. Each culture wants to cherish their traditions, to show that here we go, we are Italians there, we are Greek community, we are Indian community. Each culture want to stand out, want to be proud of their nationality, of their culture. People brought this culture a long time when they moved to Canada, and they really keep those traditions. You would see Indian people dress their traditional outfits, and while it seems everyone's like so friendly, but it's really hard to break through the communities and make friends with some other communities. Everyone stick to their own culture there, so there is not so much assimilation going on. While in Germany it's opposite. All expats from Europe and from other countries, they just happy to get together, going for dinners, spending really long time together. Everyone tries to respect the German culture and German rules. It seems like everyone tried to assimilate more into German culture. It doesn't mean where you are in the world. Happiness is something that is coming from within you, from inside. It's a self-love, and it doesn't really matter, because when you're in the harmony with yourself and with the world, each weather will be so beautiful for you.